Hi, this is Lewis with Rosebuds Travels. There's been a request for a video on how to fire up a water heater in a casita. And one of the very first things that you need to do before firing up a water heater is to connect water to your casita. So I've connected city water to the casita. You can also fill up your tank that holds water and turn on your water pump, and it will basically do the same thing, except the pressure is created by the pump instead of the pressure from outside water from the city source. So I've got the water hooked up, and I'll show you the next thing. So the next thing is to run your water and get air out of the lines. And I've had water hooked up, so there's not much air in my line. So that's what you do, is you run your water and make sure there's water in your system. That's the next thing. I'm underneath my bed on the Spirit Deluxe, and the next thing to check is to make sure that the bypass valve is in the proper position. The bypass valve is behind this T right here, and if it is in the vertical position, it is allowing water to go to the water heater. The best way to think about this, if it's pointing up toward the hot line, it is allowing water to go in the water heater. If the valve is crosswise, it'll bypass the water heater. It will not allow water to go into the water heater. So that's the next thing. The next thing is to make sure that your breaker for the water heater is in the on position, because if it's not, the electric part of the water heater will not work. So you got to make sure that that breaker is in the on position. And if it is, you're good to go. Next thing is, go to where your water heater is and open the water heater up, and down here on the bottom is the switch for the electric portion of the water heater. What you also can do to check to make sure that there is water in the water heater is there is a pressure relief valve right here, and if you pull on a little bit and water comes out, that means there is water in the water heater. Then to turn on the electric part of the water heater, all you do is turn that switch on, and you wait about 10 minutes, and you will have hot water in the water heater. And this is assuming that you are plugged into shore power. You have to have shore power for the electric portion of the water heater to work. If you are boondocking, you will need to use the gas function. I'll show you how the gas function works now. The switch for the gas is on the inside of your casita, down here on the cabinet. If this is a Spirit Deluxe, and it's in the seat next to the bulkhead. And the way that works is there's a switch. And if you turn on the switch, the light comes on, which means it's igniting the water heater. And in this particular casita, the water heater ignites by itself, and it works off of the battery. You hear the water heater, it ignited, and it is now burning. So it is now heating water. And it does this off of the battery. You do not have to have shore power to heat water with this particular way of heating water. You can also, when you're connected to shore power, if the water in the water heater is cold, you can actually heat up using the electric and the gas together if you want the water to heat up even quicker. That's just a slightly quicker way to do it. So you have two ways of heating water, and both of them are pretty easy to do. See you in the next video.